is a Bramble Jam podcast. Hi, I'm Bran, and I love Hallmark April movies.
I'm Brian. I like Hallmark April movies.
I'm Dan, and I despise Hallmark s'mores movies, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Oh boy, new week, new us.
Yeah, 100%.
Sick Bran though, Bran.
Oh,
Yeah.
What's going on,
there's
bud?
a little bit. Well, I am sick. It has nothing to do with the fact that I partied too hard last night, celebrating the Magic going up 3-1. It has
3-1.
nothing to do with
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
That's exactly right.
You texted me actually. It was such a close game with 5 minutes left in the game, and you said, "If the Magic win, I'm gonna get wasted."
I did. And weirdly enough, wasted for me doesn't do anything other than really mess with my throat and give me the sniffles.
That's right.
It has no other adverse effects. So,
Gotcha.
That's pretty cool.
Congrats though. Up
Yeah,
3-1 on the Pistons. Big deal.
Yeah.
it's great to be here. We're talking about a Tyler Hynes spring movie today. How about that?
Bri, how was
Guy?
your weekend?
Oh, thanks, Dan. Thanks
No
for
problem,
asking,
man.
man.
I'm here to help.
Not great. It was not great.
What happened?
It was just my Bruins aren't doing great.
None of the
It's
Boston
bumming
teams
me
are.
out.
They were all taking
Yeah,
on the
was-
chin right now.
It's been a mess in Boston.
Yankees didn't sweep the Red Sox, did they?
They did. Did they? I didn't fall. I was tied up in the NHL playoffs. Playoffs are weird.
Playoffs?
Playoffs. So yeah, it was just we're big game tonight. That's all. We're just
Big
looking
game
forward.
tonight. That's all.
Must
That's
win.
all.
That's
Big
all?
game tonight. Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
How was your weekend, Dan?
There you go. How was your weekend, Dan?
Dude, it
I
was
got
good.
it, guys. How was
You
your
got-
weekend, Dan?
Thank you so much. It was great. Great weekend.
Slushies or-
Slushies, cheesesteaks on the Blackstone.
Yeah.
What a time.
Cheesesteaks?
Cheesesteaks on the Blackstone, Brain. Sorry. It was for company. I thought I was going to have leftovers, and I did. I know. I can see the look in your eye. I get it. I understand.
Cheesesteaks are good for hangovers after partying too hard and getting stuffed up.
Someone's stealing your pool.
The
I
whole
should
thing?
stop them, except I won't.
Except you won't.
Maybe if you had a
That's exactly
cheesesteak
right.
in you, you'd have the energy.
That's
to.
right.
Maybe
Yeah.
if I had, I'm exactly right, Brian. Guy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Some fun slushes this weekend too. I made a slushie in the slushie machine.
Give us your.
that tastes.
Have you made 10 yet? Have you
Yes.
made 10 of them?
Uh,
Enough for a dish list?
no, not yet, but I'm getting there. Made one, tasted
Okay.
so much like a Wendy's Frosty.
Oh yeah.
I'm just telling you, like
Vanilla?
No, chocolate.
Okay.
Like
Huh.
crazy good. I can't believe how smooth it is. It was
What'd you
unbelievable.
throw in it?
Chocolate, Fairlife chocolate milk, so major gains
Yeah.
on the protein.
Yeah.
Half a can, half a
Get
can
those
of
macros, bro.
sweetened condensed milk,
Yeah.
and whipped cream.
You're basically baking.
Yeah, I'm
At this-
basically baking
Baking by the pool.
and
here.
whipped cream. And I put it all in a Vitamix blender, blended it all up, poured it in the slushy machine. Tastes like a Frosty. Got some M&Ms,
Yeah.
Bran. Got
Whoa.
some M&Ms.
Give me right now.
Put the M&Ms in afterwards. Started up for my kids. They were like, "This is like straight
Did you
out of
do
a
the-
restaurant." I did
the
not.
Dairy Queen thing?
It would
All
have fallen
slashed.
everywhere.
That's how you know.
Dude, I'm just telling you, this is
Wow,
it
game
is
changer,
an absolute
basically.
game changer. Yeah, so good.
How big is it? Portable or is it got to stay?
It's portable.
Huh.
Yeah, it'll travel.
Just
We
wondering.
got we got a
Thinking-
He
cover
could have
for
brought it in. He could have brought it into the office anytime, if
Anytime.
that's what you're asking about.
Well, I mean, it is
Kinda
a
get it.
pain, but like, yeah, it's part. We got to clean it somehow. So there's that, but it's portable. Yeah, dude, some frost. It was fantastic. You could easily make a peppermint shake on that bad boy. Easily, a chocolate pep mocha. You could do any of that stuff.
Anything.
I'm just telling you, the sky's the limit.
Wow.
Right, guy. When you hear Frosty, you think vanilla?
That's
That's
a
where I
weird thing
went.
to say.
Is it?
You said vanilla, and I was like, what is he
yeah,
talking
I
about?
just
Bro,
automatically
who gets a vanilla Frosty?
because I think Frosty, I think Fribble from Friendlies, and the vanilla Fribble is the best flavor.
All right, I'm going to
Fribble.
just quick time out you. Frosty's a Wendy's product.
I know, but it's a.
I don't like
it's a
you got to.
shake, right? It's like an ice cream product thing.
I got
Frosty
out
is
of
from
bed.
Wendy's.
I got out of bed for this.
This is
I could have been
unreal.
resting. I could have been
Brian,
resting
And
my
I think
body.
of Fribble from Friendlies because that's the best one. The best version of that. Is
So
a-
when you when you hear Frosty, you think of an entirely separate entity.
Yeah, I mean they're under the same umbrella. They're the same type of berry.
That would be like if I got a pizza oven and I was like, dude, I found something that tastes just like Domino's pizza, and you went cauliflower crust. That's what it would be like.
No, Fribble's not healthy.
Dude, a vanilla Frosty.
Vanilla's not healthier than chocolate.
But vanilla Frosty's been around Wendy's for like maybe a tenth of the time that a chocolate Frosty.
Really?
Yes. Vanilla Frosty's in the last 10 years.
No.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I think so.
True. They did chocolate before
Well, how about
vanilla.
I do?
It used
How about
to
I
just
do?
be chocolate. Guys,
What?
They did chocolate first.
No. That's crazy. They
I'm
had
not.
one flavor of Frosty.
And
for,
it was chocolate.
That doesn't make
I was
any
wrong.
sense.
It's 20 years. Vanilla Frosty 2006. That's when it came out.
They've only had a Frosty
Dude,
since
honestly, happy birthday. Can I just say this?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
The
Absolutely.
chocolate Frosty, 1969. They had for 37 years, they did not have a vanilla Frosty and had a chocolate Frosty.
Dude.
Brian, you've lost
I
your
just
mind.
go vanilla. I don't know. I'm a vanilla guy, you know? Plain Jane.
In the chat, get out, Brian. It was
Okay,
just,
Beth Ann, take it easy. I don't even know who it is.
just chocolate forever. Dan is not
How am I
usually right,
supposed to
but this
know?
is actually correct. Brian, shut the hell up. All of those back to back to
Those
back
are all
to back.
Southern
back.
people,
Oh.
right? Those are all Southern people, right?
Not need-
Only
You did not
one-
need a heartache.
I don't
No,
know
that
where.
did not.
Tia Southern. I think just
I
Beth
think she's
Ann
more
is Southern
Midwest.
there. Yeah, Midwestern, I believe.
I feel like I'm not fully in the wrong on this.
You are.
Let's all dox their locations while we're at it.
We could dox the location.
ASL, please.
Yeah, yeah. But you guys got look. The slushy machine is a game changer. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I know.
Have
Sounds
you tried
like
a
it.
vanilla?
I had a great one. You made your wife made it was like a cherry limeade.
Oh,
type
cherry.
thing?
We did
Ooh.
cherry. We did strawberry limeade this weekend with strawberry puree, and it was crazy good.
You tried like a creamsicle yet?
go.
We did a butter beer, so it was like butterscotch
Okay.
and cream soda.
Ugh.
I know. It was delicious. If you don't like that, you're wrong.
Orange
But it's
creamsicle.
I mean, you could definitely do an orange creamsicle.
Man.
We did one with
right.
Prosecco,
Yeah, you're right, Brand. You're right.
Prosecco and limoncello,
Yeah.
and slushed it up.
Nice.
That was crazy good.
When the moon hits your eye.
Yeah, you get it.
Sounds like it.
Understand.
Okay, are we ready to go?
I think so.
Brian choosing vanilla is it's going to be tough to power through, but we're going to
feel-
do our best.
I feel better about that.
And
than a
now
lot of
I
people do.
offered Bran to do this synopsis for him, but Bran said he was going to power through like a trooper. So Bran said he's got it. Bran's got it. It's just the Tyler Hynes movie.
Yeah.
I believe in
May
you,
have to
Bran.
commandeer it.
Yeah.
at some point.
Okay. I'll be seeing you. Originally came out on April 25th, 2026, 8 months until Christmas, and it went a little something like this. We see a
Flawless.
we see a decent. Turn it down a little bit, Dan. We see a
No!
decent looking fellow.
More
You
snare
see
in
a
my
decent looking fellow smile at the camera as he gets into his VW van. He arrives at a golf cart race for these two elderly ladies. Vivian and Sue are at it again. The race is up the hill and Vivian wins and the crowd goes wild. You see, Mark works at an assisted living community as the interim activities director. They've offered him a permanent job there, but he's not so sure. He loves the people, but he doesn't want to say goodbye to all the potential adventures that he would be missing out on to take a permanent gig. We then see Amy. She is Vivian's granddaughter, and she goes out on a date with a dude named Joel. He really is enjoying himself, but she's just too busy for him. She shows up to visit Vivien and ends up playing mini golf with Mark, and they get straight to the flirty fun time. They're going to be staying with she's going to be staying with her over the weekend, but gets pulled into some work stuff. A client is finally ready to sign over his patent, which is what she does for a living. She's got to travel 9 hours down the coast, and Grandma Vivien is like, I want to go with you, and Sue should come too, and we do a little road trip. Here we come. They get on the road and they immediately run into some car issues. It's going to take some time for roadside assistant to come, and so Vivien calls Mark, who is more than happy to come. He's like, this car isn't going anywhere. How about I drive y'all in my nice van? Amy isn't thrilled, but the grandmas are. And so Amy and Mark get to talking, and they realize that they both have some issues when it comes to love and commitment. They take a pit stop at the town where Vivien met her first love, Teddy. She sings their song, I'll Be Seeing You, and that's the name of the movie. Oh my gosh. They end up finding a note from Teddy from 1979 with an address telling her to come find him. Amy is all about it. It's just a little detour. They get to the house, but there's a new owner, but she says that she found something in the attic that she might want to see. It is a blueprint that belonged to Teddy for a log cabin. Vivien says that he dreamed of building one day, and so they go to the company that made the blueprint to see if they have more information. They find out that they never made the cabin, but they know the area that he moved to and find a property that is owned by Teddy. But Amy needs to push pause on the fun because she has to finish the reason why she was on this trip to begin with, her job. So Vivian and Sue go and hop on a train, and Mark and Amy continue the road trip. I'm good. They find a place to stay the night and have a great dinner together. The next day, upon checking out her bag with the papers, ends up getting put into the wrong car. They find out where the papers ended up, which is about an hour away, and so they end up going there and sticking around at this party to slow dance to the song, you guessed it, I'll Be Seeing You. It's crazy how that happens.
What?
On their way out of the party, they get a call from Vivian and Sue. It's the wrong Teddy, but a guy who was at the party walks by and like, oh, I know Teddy. He owns a cabin about 3 hours away, loves the Cubs.
Caught a
It's
break
crazy.
there.
Must be him. I know. So she gets to this the dude's house for work and realizes this is going to be a long time, and so she's like, I got to leave. And he's like, what are you talking about? And so she's going to have to stick around. Mark finds out that Amy fainted. That Sue fainted, so that's bad. And while she's back in to the meeting, she realizes that she doesn't want to just work and let life pass her by. And so she tells the guy, hey, I'm leaving. But I guess he likes that, so he signs the papers anyways. She tells her boss that she needs to take some vacation to think through if she wants this promotion or not. She then hops in to a van with a band heading south to meet up with Grandma before she finally meets Teddy. She's there. And Teddy is like, hey, it's great to see you, Vivien. Yay. Mark and Amy have a heart-to-heart, and he decides that he is going to take the job. We're wrapping up and stick around, and they kiss and go fishing. And that, my friends, was
I'll Be Seeing You. We did it.
We
Man,
did
great
do it.
job,
We're going to
Brad.
take a quick break. We're going to come back. Thanks, guys. This is why they pay me the big bucks.
That's why they pay the big
I was
bucks.
wondering.
Man, it's like good.
They don't-
I
they don't
figured it
pay me.
out. Finally cracked that
They don't-
case.
They don't pay me the big bucks. Let's take a break and break this movie down on the other side of it here on
Deck the Hallmark. Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something, Brian? Now that we're back from that break,
Go ahead.
these buttons work every time I push them.
They always do for a little while, and then they stop.
They work for me every time. Even the wrong ones work.
Even
It's
the sticky
crazy.
ones?
Even the sticky ones. They're all working. Work.
I'll let you do it moving forward.
Okay. All right.
You need like a button presser.
Got
stick.
All right, let's talk about I'll Be Seeing You. Let's start with the hot take. So we're sure exactly how we felt about this episode. We do not hold back, and I will start with you, Bry Guy. What'd you think?
Yeah, I don't want to step too hardly on any other host's toes here, but I'm just gonna say, oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now?
Are you kidding me right now?
This, I mean, it was weird because with this movie, we got a screener, peek behind the curtain here. So I watched this a little ahead of when it aired, and I watched it partly because I was having a rough day, and I was like, you know what?
It's a little pick me up.
I'm looking for pick me up. I have full confidence in this movie. It worked. It did the trick. I will say it. I felt great after watching this movie. This was a fun time. This cast was solid, and the way the story was presented, it wasn't just a straight like main leads are getting together and we're following them. We had a few different things going on here, which was really cool. I oscillated.
Yeah, nicely done.
Thank you. Between feeling how nice this feels, like what they're doing here, and also being like, why can't I feel like that? Wishing so deeply that
therapy.
like I was more like Ty and more like Stacey in this movie.
Just be
because
you, man.
I'm trying. It's tough, when your outlook, all you do is think about the negative stuff. But super positive reinforcement from this movie. Really had a good time. I think they nailed it. I don't think it could have been any better.
Wow, didn't think it could be any better.
Unless I was in that van. Unless I was in that van.
Yeah, no, fair enough. First of all, the van is a star. I really liked this movie. This was a ton of fun. I thought the two leads were wonderful together. If you can believe it, Tyler's pretty good at these type of movies.
What?
And I felt like their chemistry was fantastic, and it was really fun. We've talked about like how much we enjoy when there's like older people in prominent roles in these movies. And I thought that the two older ladies in this movie were fantastic.
Brand likes the two old ladies. That's movie. There it is. There's the takeaway.
So,
I knew it.
Seal of approval from me on the old ladies. No, but I liked how much a part of the movie they were in. Obviously, this is a movie where you have to like just go with the flow, which is kind of the point of the movie, and like be okay with the fact that this guy walking by knows Teddy and knows that he loves the cut. It's like all of but that's part of the charm of this movie. I love this movie. I thought that it was so much fun. And, we've had a tough go of it lately, so it was good to get back on track. And I'm hopeful that this streak continues with Andrew Walker next week walking around the Kentucky Derby.
So this movie gave me very fond memories of my good buddy Panda, rest in peace, obviously, who loved a road trip. And it also, and so in his honor,
sure.
Let me just say, I did not like this movie. I didn't like it at all. I get the sentiment, especially that Brand said, which is we've had a rough go of it. We have had a rough go of it. And this movie is better than some of the movies that were in that rough go. No question about it. And, you're going to get a lot of mileage, no pun intended, from Tyler being Tyler. And so and then Christine Ebersole is great. Stacey Farber is great. So I'm not mad at this movie per se, but this movie, like from the jump, felt like a greeting card in a way that Hallmark, I guess, wants it to be a greeting card. Half of this movie are quotes someone wrote in someone else's high school yearbook. I literally got to the point where I just started writing them down with 20 minutes left in the movie. In the last 20 minutes, I'm just going to read them real quick. Don't let the grass grow under your feet. There's always time to add another chapter of life. Sometimes in life, some things in life are too important to miss. I'm done missing out on life. Can't keep any of us down too long. The biggest surprise is that life can still find ways to surprise you. Don't hesitate at that fork in the road. We are given a path that only we can walk, and nobody walks it quite like you. We took a few detours, but we got here. Everything led us to what we're supposed to be. It is just haymakers of just empty nothings, one right after the other.
Right.
Now,
I'm waiting for you to get to the bad part.
Are those usually you get that at the end of the movie or at the beginning of the movie from someone that's about to die or is already dead. To have that as just the block of the movie where it is, everything looks a little bit better because it's a road trip in an old VW van and Tyler's there and Christine Ebersole's there and Stacey Farber's there. So I'm not mad at this movie, but it's not good. The writing is particularly not good. Tyler's fine in this. I think he knows how to do this better than anyone. This thing that he's doing here. Just like, hey man, he may as well have had a toothpick in his mouth. Like this is the RV version of, normally it's a motorcycle to show that he's free spirited, but in this, it's this, like, I don't want to be tied down by a job without an interim title. He's great at this. And Stacey Farber's more than game. This movie is such a nothing burger of a movie. And I'm not mad at it because we've had some worse movies and there's no doubt about that. But make no mistake, it's not good. It's not always amore bad. This is like in the never been Christ category for me when it comes to Tyler Hynes movies. That's where this is falling. I
Twist
like
my arm, brother.
I like The Picture of You with Rhiannon Fish better than this movie. That should show you kind of about where it ends up for me in the Hynes verse.
Fair enough. It's time for all the feels where we talk about what in this movie gave us feels. Bri Guy.
Yeah, I was pretty psyched Teddy's wife had passed. That was a huge win at that point.
Yes, she's dead. Yes.
I'm sure she went peacefully. I'm sure it was very, everybody got to say their goodbyes. So really psyched for that. And then, but for real, the engagement party scene where they snuck into that, I felt like that was shot really well. And just that whole vibe was just a very pleasant part of the movie. And that almost kiss was spot on. Like they just did that so well. And so I really like that part of the movie.
Cool, man. Somebody in the chat says, Laura in the chat says, sounds like Dan thinks this is the Vanilla Frosty of movies. No, because the Vanilla Frosty, I think, is a net positive. This is not, in my opinion. So, no.
My feels is Tyler calling himself a discount Jack Reacher. That got an audible chuckle from me. And I don't think that's true, Ty. I think that you
he's like a foot taller than you and probably 150 pounds of muscle mass.
Yeah, you're like a smaller Jack Reacher, but Jack Reacher none the same.
But he's got more charisma than Jack Reacher. So, like, I mean, he's more of there's a better discount for him than Jack Reacher. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a better one. I don't know what it is, but there is a better one.
Selling himself short.
But now I just kind of want to watch Tyler be Jack Reacher. See how it goes.
Let's do it.
I'd watch it.
I mean, yeah,
Dana?
watch. Yeah, everyone else would be disappointed, but you would watch. I appreciate the fact that they gave Stacey Farber a job in this movie that is the quintessential job that is impossible to remember. Like, I feel like something that my parents ingrained in me is like, remember people's names, remember what they do. That's like important, like to show that you care. And I feel like I'm decent at that, but occasionally someone will say a name, like of a job that they do. And it like it's like, I'm a systems analyst. You know how that GE splits into like neurospace and then also engineering for like carburetor parts. I'm a systems analyst for when we ship those to the manufacturer that puts them together. And like I am nodding going, oh, that's cool. But in my head, I've already forgotten it. And I rewound this to write it down because I just said I didn't like the writing in this movie and I didn't, but her saying, I'm a senior associate of client relations for licensing and integrations procurement for a patent acquisitions firm. Perfect. I forgot, I could put all of my efforts behind remembering that and I would forget it. Yeah. There's no way around it, right?
Yeah, it's hard. There's a lot of words that throw you on tangents there.
Like, I know you're a technical writer. And I also know you work for Clemson. So that makes it easy for me to be like, Ray's technical writer works for Clemson. But if someone was like, what are you writing specifically?
Right.
That would get me. Like, that would get me full stop. Yeah. I would just immediately kind of be like, I think it's a curriculum for a master's program that requires engineering. Am I right?
Yeah, computer science.
Okay.
Program. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, there you go.
I did it. Exactly. So that was my feels.
Nailed it.
Thanks, ma'am.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get to the wait one, the what the Hallmark here on.
Take the Hallmark. Oh, worked again. Look at that.
Mark on the board.
Shout out to Bran for timing his cough in between the two breaks. It was unbelievable how impressive that was.
Well, I don't want people to forget I'm here,
We'll never do. We'd never forget you, Bran.
Hashtag never forget. All right, let's get to the wait what.
No.
Let's get to the wait what. It's where we talk about what in this movie. Let's go wait what. I'll start with you, Bri Guy.
Not a lot of road trip stuff doing here. They do like one boardwalk stroll and pick up some sunglasses, but like they're not getting a lot of junk food and doing other road trip stuff.
Brian and I know how to road trip.
Yeah, we have a good time out there. The problem with our road trips is we just are so efficient that we don't take, we don't do it.
No. No one road trips like us in a standpoint of getting from point A to point B.
Oh, it's so fun to do. So that would have, if we could have just hung out a little bit more in like a gas station, would have been a little more fun. Teddy's handwriting on that note that was in the tree was like, I don't know if it was like a 10-year-old wrote it or it was big letters. Like it just didn't look like an adult person wrote it. It was so.
It was 40 years ago.
Yeah,
you know.
maybe they wrote differently. Like it was just a very weird. Maybe they wanted it to be super legible, but
It could be that.
It was just a weird. I'm like, that's not how letters should look. It looked funny to me. I also didn't do the math on the mileage and the hours, but I just feel like they probably went over the 3 days that they had.
What?
I just feel like we're up against it here. There was just. Everything worked. Like all the public transit that they had to catch was right on time. And everywhere they had to be, like everybody ended up there at the exact same time, the time they had to be there, which just, I would fall off schedule on the first stop. Like I would not be able to find a parking spot and be done for the rest of the trip. Like everything went so smoothly and perfectly. And so that was just something, I was just waiting for something to go wrong on the road trip and it just didn't really. So that was kind of it for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Great, man. Cool.
My question right off the bat here was had they heard about DocuSign, like her having to travel 9 hours
crazy
to get the guy to sign, but then turns out they had heard about DocuSign because he signed it.
It was
after she left.
Such a weird motivation for this entire road trip that didn't need to happen, and it turns out he signed it electronically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I guess he's just like, he really wanted to have a conversation with somebody in person, I think is what it came down to. But that's not what they said. You can't leave until he signs. And so that silly me for thinking that means paper signature, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. When they get to when he comes to pick them up after the car breaks down, all of them, when did they get the luggage from the back of the car? If they just all hop in the car and head on out, and so
easy peasy 3-day trip.
Showed up eventually.
Luggage, get out of here.
Yeah, no problem. I love that they got to the twine and they were like, "We're gonna go take a picture," and then Mark and whatever her name is, Amy, have a 3-4 minute conversation, and then Tyler picks out his phone and he's like, "All right, say cheese." What were they doing for that entire conversation? Looking at where the twine once was, I suppose. And then my last one is my guy Tyler sleeping in a polo shirt.
Yeah, he is.
Did you guys catch that?
You bet he is.
Yeah, when he's sleeping on the couch there, when they were staying overnight, I'm fairly certain he's in a polo shirt, and that's a bold move.
Yeah, man. You want something around your neck.
Sometimes you got to sleep in a polo.
Sleep for sure.
Absolutely. Dano?
This guy, Ty, has been the interim activities coordinator at an assisted living facility for a year because he doesn't want a permanent job. But he's so good at it, at this, that they're dying for him to take the role. And he's so good at it that he plans 100-foot golf cart races and putting tournaments on a putting green, which is two of the most basic ideas I've ever heard of. And if he's supposed to be good at it, maybe Ty guy, look at one video of how to putt a golf ball. It would have helped you look more professional very, very quickly. And you mentioned this, Bri, but listen, I'm all for Stacey Farber getting to see that there's more important things than work. And great. Good for her to see that life is moving and you blink and you miss it. I'm also fine with her climbing the corporate ladder. I think that's awesome too. I also think when she says everyone doesn't get to just enjoy and have fun all day for their job, I also understand that I do get to do that. Mm-hmm. Like my job is just happy-go-lucky fun times. Like people who deal with really hard stuff all day go home and watch Hallmark movies.
Must be nice.
I watch Hallmark movies all day. So what do I go home and I want to watch The Pit and True Crime. It's a new thing we're trying.
Heard of this.
True Crime. So like I get it. Yeah, it's True Crime.
I think Brand liked it.
Yeah. That's right. It's a rowing.
It's fun when it doesn't happen to me.
It's this chair, but the buttons work.
Not even sticky.
So
give it time.
I know that all of that, having said all of that, this road trip is my nightmare. We have a 72-hour window to drive, get this guy to sign a thing, and the guy driving the VW van is much more interested in stopping at every little thing than actually getting to the place.
Right. Yeah.
That is my nightmare. Tough. Like, and he's just like, you want to drive a while? You want to drive? I don't care, whatever. Like, It is my absolute nightmare. That is not a road trip to me. No snacks? No. Ball of twine? Absolutely. I don't, guys, I can't, I just twitch thinking about it. So that was tough. There's a band in this movie. You're already laughing, Bran. I can hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear you. There's a band in this movie.
I was coughing. But yes.
No, you're laughing.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say you're laughing. Don't ruin this for me. This is my moment. There is a duo that one of them has a guitar and the other sits at a piano, and they just wait. This is the only thing I can figure. They just wait to play music that would be inspiring to a conversation they're eavesdropping on, because that's what happens in this movie. That Christine Ebersole's character explains about Teddy, and they start playing the song. I'll be seeing you in the background. And then you go over, you're like, hey, what's going on? They're like, hey, we thought we'd help you out. We're a band. Have you heard of us? We're on tour. Just so happens we're going where you're going. And if you need that information, great. If you don't, just thought we'd tell you anyway. Just thought we'd shoot it your way.
We overshare.
Yeah, do it. We're Clyde and Pep, and we do this, and we play music for people. They don't think we're listening. But we are, and we play music that we think would thematically line up with what they're talking about. And then when they ask us, we tell them our name, and we tell them where we're going to be playing next. Just so happens it's exactly where you're driving. Are we going to murder you? No. It's not important. We just want you to know. We want you to know we're Clyde and Pep. We play music based on eavesdropping, and we're going to be exactly where you're going to be.
Always listening.
That is a wild thing that happens. And that would be the biggest coincidence. I lost completely. I can't. Oh, are we good?
Yep.
You can hear me?
Yep.
That would be the biggest coincidence of this movie if we didn't have Tyler Hynes and Stacey Farber talking in a secluded location under a tree where a dude walks out of the tree and goes, Teddy? Did you say Teddy? I know Teddy.
He was just catching some fresh
He
air.
loves the Cubs.
He just needed a minute.
I had a cab and he taught me how to skip rocks. No, but where did you come from, dude? They're not dancing. They're not by the band. They are out. No one else is anywhere near them. And this guy comes out of the woods and goes, did somebody say Teddy Davis or whatever his last name is? I don't know his last name. Because it turns out I know that last name. And it turns out he has a cabin. And it turns out, like, guys, write a better movie. That is crazy. Like, you can't do that. Even in a Hallmark movie, you can't do that.
It's to show you the power of going with the flow.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course. Works out for you. You guys, this is
universe, man.
It always works out. This is like Brian getting mad at me. It always works out
Every
for
time.
me. Yeah.
Oh, what's that? A parking spot right up front?
Yeah. You see, you get it. You got
What's that? A guy who has the exact information we need?
Yeah. You make your own luck. Absolutely. There's a s'mores scene in this movie. I don't think, and Brian, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe in an autumn harvest movie, maybe like a July 4th movie, maybe, but probably not a July 4th movie. I think outside of autumn and Christmas, is this our first s'mores in spring movie?
That's a good question, Dan. I'll have to,
get back to
Like
take it to the tape.
I get it. You can do s'mores whenever you're camping out.
I think
Summer
so.
S'mores in the summer.
Yeah,
right?
but it felt very Christmassy to me in a way that I didn't know. I just thought I'd bring it up. They go
I like s'mores.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah,
I know you're a fan. They go to this woman's house where
slushy?
Teddy, a s'more slut. Listen, try and stop me.
Well, Brent, why don't you head on over there? Okay.
See what we can do.
Throw some stuff in the blender.
Now you got a stew going. So they go over to this woman's house. Teddy used to live there. This is the address he put on the note. She's like, I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't know anybody like by that name, blah, blah, blah. And then she says, Teddy. And this woman goes, oh, did you say Teddy?
Wait a second, Teddy?
You're a stranger. You have 3 strangers out there in the van?
Get them in here.
What if all 4 of you want to come in? You could take turns murdering me. God, what in the world are we doing? I know I'm all for being nice to your neighbor. This woman says, Teddy, it's the magic word. It brings people out of the bushes and it lets you into just strangers' houses. I hard disagree on this almost kiss. I think the almost kiss chemistry, the almost kiss chemistry is amazing.
Yeah.
The almost kiss itself stops because someone brings her a bag.
Yeah, her luggage, yeah.
It's like, here's your bag, the shoulder bag. Not even like a carry, like a, here's your bag.
Her papers, yeah.
Yeah, paper boy. What in the world? Like, you just kiss right out. Just that woman is not going up when they are that close to each other to be like, I got your bag.
Yeah, I don't think she had the time.
I will say though that actually, the universe owed them. because of the tree guy, like that's too good to be true. The universe will then interrupt you when you're trying to kiss because I gave you one, now one for me. So it all evens out in the wash.
Yeah. And then last but not least, can we talk quick BBQ shot? Did anyone else catch this in this movie or just me? They kiss in the woods.
Yep.
And it's a wonderful kiss. And Teddy and what's her name are watching. And then the other woman is Vivien is also watching. And they're all like, son of a bee. They kissed. They did it.
Yep.
And they pan out and the movie should fade to black. It doesn't. We get, I swear to you, it is 2 seconds long. They're all at a they're all at a barbecue.
I did see this.
The movie pans out, and instead of ending, there is a quick 2-second shot of all of them at a picnic table pulling food off of a grill. Why?
You gotta eat.
But why did it happen to end? What does that do to this story? Like, how does that do anything? What in the world? It was a full. You have the perfect ending to this movie. You're all there. We know you're going to eat. Why did they do that?
And like we put so much into the shot, we have to use it, guys. We have to put it.
Spend so much money on the barbecue. We got to do that.
Well, it's weird. That's all I got, Brand.
All right, it's time for what the Hallmark is. Where you wonder what could have been. Maybe happy gives a clarity question we still have. I'll start with you, Bry Guy. If I can see you,
I'm here.
Bry Guy, there he is.
Buttons are sticky.
Guy. No, it was fine. I just didn't do
it. My big question here. My big question, and maybe it was answered. How much time did she spend with Teddy when they were younger? I thought it was like a day, a week, maybe, but she was just like, oh, me and Teddy, we were passing notes and all this stuff. I'm like, the more she talked about what her and Teddy had shared, I'm like, how much time do they spend together? I was just not. I thought it was a quick fling in and out of town. I don't know. I'm not sure. Was that described? Were those?
No, I thought they were childhood like besties. I didn't. But
okay.
I maybe
no. They met. No, I think she was just passing through.
Wow,
yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
So this is now crazy.
I mean, when you got a
the
connection,
story is now crazy. It's a crazy story.
Yeah. The universe gives and it takes.
That's right.
It sure does.
It was a week.
I mean, mine is.
Thank you, chat.
Okay, there you go. Mine is Teddy cool dude? Like,
is Teddy cool? Dude? That's a great one.
Is Teddy cool dude? There is a world where you get to know Teddy, and he killed his wife or something like that. Like there's, I obviously would love
his
to think of the fact that Teddy
per people that live in bushes.
Yeah, a lot of people here are
right.
salmon.
Yeah. You know,
I mean, he's a Cubs fan, so it's like, how cool can he be?
How cool could he be? Right.
But it just seems like let's get to know him a little bit more before in his older age before we, settle down and move into his cabin. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Dana?
I would agree with that. They say that the person coming to help fix the car, I guess AAA or whomever, when the car opens, is going to be a while.
Said all the A's brand. Did you catch that?
Because
I heard it.
Thank you. But because it's road trip season.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is is there the reason this is what the Hallmark is, I'm not making fun of this if it's real. Is there a season known for the road trips that isn't summer?
It's a great question.
Yeah,
this is a great question.
Like
summer.
This is they look cold for a majority of this movie. Is it what are they talking about? What is road trips?
Maybe on the West Coast, road trip season starts earlier.
Yeah.
By the time
up and down the coast.
Yeah.
Up and down the coast. I don't know.
Road trip.
Great point. Well, we did, everybody. Congratulations to us. Should we call it a day?
Let's call it a day, Brian. Let's call it a day.
Let's call it a day. We're going to be back tomorrow with some more fun, so come on back for that. Until then, remember the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast produced by Brandon Gray and that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on the show, go to deckthehallmark.com, at Deck the Hallmark on the socials. 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Bramble Jam Plus for ad-free podcasting, live video watch-alongs, movie chats, and so much more. Thanks. Goodbye. Well, this time it went long.
All the time in the world.
What happened?
Anything else you want to add?